Sean,
What?
where is James? What is going on
He's,
here?
he's only 23 hours and 50 minutes late. No big deal. I mean, it's probably taking the Arsenal loss pretty rough.
Okay.
Oh,
Am I late?
He's here.
But did I miss anything?
this is Red Card Radio.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight, that's Brad. He supports Chelsea. And down below is Sean. He supports Tottenham. How you guys doing today, guys?
Fantastic, buddy.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
I mean, I'm feeling good, not great.
I just woke up from a nap.
Did you?
Oh yeah, you had a great nap.
Did you?
Yeah.
I guess I'm
I
a
was
little.
waiting
I guess I'm a little late.
a
little bit. Sorry if you tuned in this morning and there was no podcast available for you. I just got back in town, and we were going to record a podcast from Brad's garage last night, but thought that might not be the best listening experience for you lovely people. But here we are tonight, and lucky for us, there's been more football played. It's given Brad a little bit of time to get over his stinging defeat, and me a little bit more time to forget about what Arsenal did this weekend.
No, we're not forgetting that.
I figure you won't let me. But tonight, what do we have on offer tonight? We're going to hit your comments, of course. As always, we are going to talk about the Premier League, Champions League, and then we're going to preview what we've got coming up this weekend in the EPL, and actually the FA Cup semifinals are this weekend as well. But, if you're new here, what we like to start with, first, we'd like to thank you for being here. And if you are new, we would just ask that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a follow, because it really does help us reach new people, and we really do appreciate those things. And, if you could rate us 5-star on Apple Podcasts, leave us a comment, because those things are really helpful. Right, Sean?
Yeah,
you weren't
don't
ready.
want to be.
You weren't ready.
You don't want to be mildly inconvenienced. So please like, subscribe, rate, and review. Or what you might find is that your favorite podcast that you tune in every week to listen to might be delayed today.
With no notice?
And with no notice, and you may be mildly inconvenienced. You'll get the same great podcast the next day.
That would be
mildly
unfortunate.
Inconvenient.
That would be very unfortunate.
So Joel, you might want to like, subscribe, rate, review 5-star.
He must not have 5-star. That must be what it is.
It must have been a 4.5.
What it is.
I mean, maybe
must have gave us a 4.
Maybe we're going down to a 4.5 after the fiasco that was this morning, I guess. All right. Yeah. So if you could do those things, really would appreciate it. Let's talk about those comments. So we're gonna hit up Jimmy first. Started with he does have a comment specifically about the the City Liverpool game. We're gonna reserve that until we actually talk about the City Liverpool game in a few minutes. But this is kind of in relation to the conversation we've been having about Sean hating Jurgen Klopp for complaining, air quotes, complaining, and Sean hating the fact that the Premier League is going to have 5 subs next year, because the players
I just don't know what it's accomplishing.
The players get to rest their little feetsies, I think is a direct quote from you.
That is 3. Only 2 extra players though. That's going to save the league.
I think Brad. I don't know if Brad did some math during the podcast last week, but it was when you save like half a season or something, Brad said, which is clearly false. But anyway, so Jimmy's comment was, we need to find an injury statistic for the clubs that compete in 4 competitions versus 2 or 3. The 2-day matches happen every year during Christmas time now. I don't remember this being the case 10 years ago. What's worse is that the FA clearly stated they don't care about UEFA competitions, because multiple times in the last 3 years, there have been clubs that get scheduled 2 games on the same day. FA refused to move a game. So I think specifically what he's talking about is the FIFA Club World Cup 2 years ago, and the Carabao Cup semifinal that Liverpool were taking part in. That Liverpool, half their senior squad was in Dubai because they were participating in the Club World Cup, and they also had the Carabao Cup game that the EFL and the FA didn't move for them, so they had to play their academy squad, and they got torched. Slightly different than UEFA, but I think a more salient point about the UEFA situation is that a lot of the other top 5 leagues will rearrange Champions League playing clubs like weekend games. So like if in Italy, if they know that a team is playing on Tuesday, if Inter has a Champions League game on Tuesday, they'll make sure that Inter play early on Saturday morning, or I guess potentially they'll even move their game to Friday night to give them more time to prepare for the Champions League game. Or conversely, if they're playing on Wednesday, they'll make sure that their other game is moved to Sunday. Their following game is moved to Sunday. That happens in a lot of the other big top 5 leagues. It rarely happens in England. And the reason why it doesn't happen in England is another point about what Jimmy's talking about with the 2-day like games every 2 days, is because the broadcasters control the schedule. Sky Sports, they just control the entire Premier League schedule. Because they're the broadcasters, they essentially tell the Premier League when they want games to play, who they want to play where, and they move the games accordingly. I'm sure you guys have seen through following your club that like every now and then your club will release a press release that says these games have been rescheduled due to broadcasting schedules. It happens every couple months where the broadcasters are like, okay, these are the slates of games. These are when we want them. Like these are the teams that we want at 7:30. This is the main game that we want at 12:30, and then they like work everything around that.
Such American times there, bro. Not like the 3 o'clock or
sorry, the 12 o'clock,
or 9 o'clock.
the 12:30 kickoff, the 3. I'm in the East Coast in America. I use my own time zone. I'm sorry.
Then here would be my question to you guys and the commenters, because this ties into something else we were just arguing about, which was the other leagues not marketing themselves to TV broadcasting stations. Would you rather have the money that you complain that England has, or would you rather have a month off in December and be able to move your games around and be better in European competition? Because apparently you can't have both. So you can't bitch about both.
Well, I mean, like, I think there's a difference between trying to protect your players and scheduling every two. Like, I don't know. It seems like
I think that's a very fair question, because everyone's complaining about the Premier League's money, but now the Premier League, like,
it's a fair point.
So Jimmy, would you rather have the TV revenue or have a day off here and there?
I like trophies, so whichever one gets me more trophies.
Like, apparently you can't have both. So what's the answer?
Clearly, I don't know. But I think that the Premier League needs to institute a rule that clubs can't play, within 54 hours of their last kickoff. That's my personal opinion.
When they expanded the 5 subs, they expanded the bench, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, but and here's the funny part is they kept the bench the same. They kept the bench the same. They still have 9 people on the bench, but they can't have 5 subs instead of the 7. They added 2 people to it.
What?
What did you just say?
On the bench, they kept 9 players on the bench instead of the 7 that originally were. So they kept 9 people on the bench, but you only have 3 subs.
Are you talking
about? Where they
about
expanded the bench? Yeah, they expanded the bench to 9 seats instead of when they went to 5 subs.
During COVID.
When they went back down to 3 subs
they kept
in the Premier League, they still have the bench at 9.
Got it.
Well, this may be a conversation for a different day. I truly don't understand why it flippin' matters how many people are on the bench. What? Choose from your academy. Who cares? What does it matter?
Well, because it gives you an opportunity to bring more academy players onto your match day squad. So if you only are allowed 7, then like you can't. You generally will never include those academy players unless it's the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. Like you're clearly
so it's just keeping academy players with other academy players.
Well, I mean,
no.
it's giving you.
Then what are we doing?
It's I mean, like Chelsea have 1,000 players on their squad. They have 1,000 senior players. So like they get to bring more senior players to their match day squad. It gives the manager more flexibility. If they're winning by a lot, they can bring on players that don't get a lot of playing time. If it's a close game, maybe they can bring on, like, it just gives them more options. But then in the same sense, I think that it allows teams to let them, have their academy players, their highly rated academy players experience match day and have potential to end up on the field. So I don't know.
There's something to be said for going to like doing the match day routine, because the match day routine is different than the academy routine.
Yeah.
Right. There's something to be said for going to the hotel, sleeping at the hotel with the senior players, getting ready, getting warmed up, getting into the locker room, hearing the speech, and getting into those patterns.
So with my new plan, when I run the FA, the bench is going to be unlimited. You can bring whoever you want. Who cares? What does it matter? You can only sub 3 or 5 anyway. What does it matter?
Wasn't it a couple World Cup cycles ago where they just said that everybody on the squad could be you'd have 11 players and 13 players on the bench? Am I making that up? Do you guys know?
I think you're making that up.
I feel like there was.
I just don't understand why you can't.
Well, it's just a restriction, right? Like,
yeah,
if you look at football 30 years ago, or maybe 30 years ago is too soon, but like 50 years ago, you had 11 players, and that's just who you played, right? And your same 11 players would play 3 days later, and the same 11 players would play 3 days after that. But it's a different game now. Like it's more physically demanding today than it was 50 years ago. It's more strenuous. It's a harder game to play. Every sport is more physically straining now than it was 50 years ago. So
what did we look up that the first sub in the top flight of English football was like 78 or something like that? That was like the first sub ever.
Yeah, it's very recent, like in terms of like the totality of football, like 150 years that the sport's been around. That like subs became a thing. Like it's a fairly recent thing. But of course, it's improved the quality of the sport, right? Because you have the ability to make tactical changes, make physical changes, things like that. Like it makes everything better. But yeah, I think that would be interesting to find an injury statistic for clubs that compete in more competitions. And I think you could find that relatively easily, because England's the only league that I know of that has 4 competitions that their teams can play in. Every other league only has a league, a domestic cup, and European fixtures. So you could either do it with domestic leagues, with English leagues, or European leagues. I think it would be easy to do. This is Chelsea's Jimmy's next comment. It's about Chelsea. So he said the previous time Chelsea won the Champions League, they beat Arsenal away, drew Liverpool at home, and beat Spurs away. They went on to finish 3rd in the league and not win the Champions League. Yes, it's written in the stars. I assume when the second sentence is referring to the next season. I think. But Brad, you have some. You look like you have.
I don't know. Listen, last time we won the Champions League, we lost to Arsenal twice.
Oh, that's
actually. I think I'm pretty sure both times we won the Champions League, we lost to Arsenal twice.
So Arsenal did the double over Chelsea both times they won the Champions League?
Yes.
I guess. I mean, that basically
means
Arsenal were the Champions League winners, right?
Basically. I mean, you wanted to try to do that math, but you kind of got to get into the league before you can say that math.
I think what he's saying is the last time that Chelsea won the Champions League the following year.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, then they beat Arsenal away, drew Liverpool.
Maybe.
Beat Spurs away. Yeah. I think that's what he's saying.
Because he's alluding to the fact that you guys are 3rd right now and you can't win the Champions League this year.
Yeah, I know it hurts. That hurts a lot. But hey, look, I don't know why he included Spurs in there. Like, it's 3-point lane.
For some people, not recently. Not recently. Will had a comment. He said, after the results, let's hear some predictions for the home stretch of the season. 1st and 4th in the league. And how about a Scudetto prediction for fun? His following comment was, what kind of a scrub team goes out to Villarreal in the Champions League? Referencing the fact that Villarreal drew Bayern Munich 1-1 today and eliminated Bayern Munich 2-1 on aggregate. So that was quite, or maybe that was Tuesday, actually, excuse me. That was quite a result for Villarreal. But yeah, so we should certainly do 1 through 4 predictions from the 4 of us, but I think we should start with the Scudetto. Who do you guys think is going to win the Scudetto?
Sean, what is a Scudetto?
Well, Brad, I am glad you asked, sir. I think what it is winning. It sounds Italian. So I'm going to guess that it is winning the Italian league.
Okay.
Winning whatever Coppa del Italiano they got going on over there. And then I think because it's usually 3. It's like the treble in England. There's a third one, and I think it's for the best haul of granary that you could pull from your farm.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, Brad.
Collectively as a team.
Brad, what do you think the Scudetto is?
I'm hoping that I'm right with this. It's the Italian Cup.
See, it's okay. We got Brad with the Italian Cup, and we got Sean with the treble. Okay, the Scudetto is whoever wins the Italian Serie A. Whoever wins the league has won the Scudetto.
Oh, okay. So we got fancy names for the league.
Yes.
So I have.
So Juventus.
This is a reason to.
Juventus won 9 Scudetti in a row. Inter won the last Scudetto.
Okay, so I have a reason to keep my Paramount subscription going now.
Certainly, yes, because Italian football, and also I guess there's some good TV shows on Paramount Plus. I'm just saying.
Well, there might be. We don't know until they sponsor us. They need drop us a sponsor, and we'll talk all about
Paramount. Hit us up.
Awesome shows.
Hit us up.
Well, Brad, you're about to get another New Kent County grandfather colloquialism here. Because the Serie A is tighter than a camel's ass in a sandstorm.
No, don't tell Brad. Don't tell Brad.
Did you look?
Because you weren't supposed to look up the league table. You were supposed to just guess.
Just looked it up.
Well, you were supposed to guess. All right, so
we were supposed to guess.
Yes.
Who's gonna win it?
It was gonna be funny.
Well,
because
let me tell you.
Before we started recording, we talked about how we're going to talk about this. Sean was like, "Oh, it's got to be either Inter or Juve." Right? It's got to be either Inter or Juve. But now his tune's
I thought it had to do with a different cup.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Well, I've had for you guys forget for 7 weeks I've had Serie A right next to my EPL tables. I haven't looked at it. I could have pulled the top 4.
Yeah. But don't tell Brad because I want to hear Brad guess who he thinks is going to win.
Just so you know, it's tighter than a camel's ass in a sandstorm.
That's true. It is. That's true. It is.
Wow. It's
so
really tight.
Brad, who do you have? Okay, here's a better question. Who do you think has a chance to win it?
I have a prediction. I'm just going over the list. 4 teams?
Who's in the top 4 right now, would you guess?
Oh, gosh.
Wager guess.
All right, let's see how I can do this. AC. Inter.
Okay.
Atalanta and Juve.
Okay, you're 3 for 4. You're 3 for 4. Which one do you think is wrong?
Juve.
Atalanta is wrong.
Were they 5th now?
Yes.
No, Atalanta are not 5th.
Oh well, I don't. They're not in the top 4, right? I haven't looked at the Italian table either.
They're
Where's
8th.
Roma?
They're 8th. They're not far from 5th.
Roma's 5th, I think.
Roma's 5th.
Yeah.
Roma's
Who's 4th then?
Juve's
Juve.
4th.
Juve's 3rd.
Who's 3rd then?
Napoli.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot about sorry.
So it should be AC Milan, Inter, Napoli, Juve, right? Is that what it is, Sean?
The Fighting Cavani's, even though he's not there anymore.
Let's look at the standings. I'll pull that up. Yeah, okay. I was right. So who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it, Brad?
Since this pod stands for Giroud, AC Milan.
Okay, Sean, who's gonna win it?
I was gonna say Milan until I realized that Giroud is on AC Milan.
They also have Zlatan, your boy.
They do have Zlatan.
Yeah, he's like roaming the sidelines, pretending to be a coach or something. We're going Napoli.
Napoli, interesting choice.
Do you think Sarri's going to get it done? Sarri's getting his 2nd medal?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So if we think about this, so I'm going to talk about it because so who do I think is going to win it? I think Inter have the best chance. They have a game in hand on Milan, so if they win their game in hand, they'll go a point above Milan, and they won it last year. So I mean, odds. I think the odds are in Inter's favor over Milan. Who do I think's gonna win?
Milan is favored over Milan. Yes,
Yeah.
I hear you. Yes.
Did you know that they share a stadium?
But you still didn't say which one's favored over which here.
I said Inter's favored over Milan. Milan refers to AC Milan. Inter refers to Inter Milan. Internazionale
You
Milan.
said Milan over Milan.
Well, you know, I'm giving myself. It's called plausible deniability.
I see.
I'm going to take AC Milan. I think that we still have to play the Milan derby. If I'm not mistaken, the Milan derby has to take place. So I'm taking AC Milan. But yeah, it should be interesting. So
That's a good question.
Maybe you should follow up on that, guys. Maybe you should.
For Roma, Lazio, and AC and Inter, do they have just their separate locker rooms? So when they're away, they are just in their home locker room?
I would imagine so. Now, I think this the San Siro is kind of an old stadium, so I don't know what the locker room situation is. I would imagine it's probably been renovated at some point so that AC Milan has their own locker room and Inter has their own locker room, and probably there's like a third separate locker room that guests use, would be my guess. But that would be weird for the tunnel situation.
And then Roma, Lazio share the same stadium, right?
Yeah,
so it's same for them.
It happens in a lot of stadia.
They play in Stadio
messed up.
Olimpico.
Yes, Brad.
I messed up.
What did you miss?
Sorry, I forgot. Sarri was at Napoli. I think he's at Lazio
He's
now.
at Lazio now, yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I just wanted to acknowledge my mistake.
I don't know who the Napoli manager is.
Then I might have picked Milan.
Who is the Napoli manager? Let's find out. Players. Will this also give me the manager? Nope, it won't.
I feel like it's a fairly big name.
Hold on.
Also,
I got you.
Also, we breezed past it. I did want to mention in a second. I want to go back to the Villarreal.
Sure.
Did we cover that yet?
Go for it. I mean, we're going to cover it later.
Okay. Well, all right. I got it ready for later. Just
I got it ready for later.
I'm gonna butcher this. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Like Italy's gonna be more mad at me than Sean by the way I pronounce this.
Impossible.
Luciano Spalletti.
Oh, yeah, Spalletti.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Let's
how
go.
That's how I pronounce it. I don't know how to say his first name. Don't ask me that. So also the other aspect of Will's comment is the top four, 1 through 4, and I think Joel sent you, Brad, his table prediction as well, and that's kind of like his comment this week is the top 4. So give us a little context. What does Joel think the table's going to finish, Brad?
Joel has Liverpool
winning
at 94 points, winning.
Okay.
He has City coming in at 93 points.
1 point behind.
Yes. Then he has, to nobody's surprise, Chelsea, third, with 86 points. And are we ready? Who his fourth team is?
Drum roll, please. Yeah, I'm ready. Not an actual drum roll.
Tottenham with 75 points.
Tottenham.
Hold on. Can I keep going? Because it gets funnier.
Joel.
Fifth place. Who do you think is fifth place?
Joel.
Sean, who's fifth place?
West Ham.
Close. No.
United.
Yeah,
Joel.
United at 64 points. Sixth,
Arsenal
FC, sitting at 63 points. 12 points behind Tottenham. 12.
12 points? Joel.
He has you guys taking 13 L's to Tottenham's 11.
Well, okay, we've lost 10 so far.
So he has you losing 3 more. How many have Tottenham lost so far? I don't think he has Tottenham losing again.
We both have lost 10.
He has Tottenham losing 1 more, and he has you losing 3 more.
I mean, I guess he has us losing to Tottenham, to Chelsea probably. To United? He has to have us losing to United. What is Joel? Joel, you need to reassess this. I think Arsenal are wounded right now. But you have how many points do you have us taking?
It is an understatement.
63.
Joel, you have us taking 9 points out of the next 8 games. Joel, Joel,
it's an understatement, my friend.
Joel, this is okay.
You're winning 2 games and 3 draws.
Okay, well, I
How do you feel?
You get shithoused by Brighton and absolutely dominated by Palace, you're not wounded, brother. That leg's got to get cut off. That's amputee status.
I mean, like, pile it on. Please pile it on. Pile it on.
I'm just telling.
Pile it on now.
Wounded sounds like you got shot by a BB.
We're wounded right now. Like,
Hey, Sean,
we could.
Yeah.
he wants the ammo
Yeah.
because I hit you with the tweet.
That's
It's
all right.
Tottenham tradition. It's football heritage.
I want this heat because I mean, like, I don't know if Arsenal bottle this, then it will be very bad. But I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
I feel like at the end of the season, when Arsenal inevitably finish in 4th and we finish in 5th, there's going to be like a Sarah McLachlan backed video of me saying things in slow motion.
I'm gonna have to step my video
it's just
editing
like-
game skills
It's
up.
just like me saying, "You got to get that thing amputated, man," and it's in the arms of an angel. And then it goes like black and white, and I'll go in slow motion.
Just a picture of Chiellini's face. It zooms in on that poster. Will
Yeah,
have.
and it goes from transparent to not transparent right in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for because you're talking a lot of
Kinda
shit,
fun-
man.
It's kind of funny that I'm setting up your trash talk. I'm just giving you the blueprint.
I'm just waiting. Feed me, bro.
The
Because
sound bites are all here.
Wait, so based on Joel's predictions for your point totals, we have to win to beat you guys. We have to win one more game. That's it.
wait, hold on. How many points does he have Spurs at? Finishing at?
Well, we have Spurs at 75.
His Spurs
so-
finishing at 75 points.
Yeah, how many points are they right now?
57.
57
57.
18, that's 6 more wins.
What the fuck, Joel?
out of 8. Who are you guys playing? Wait, let's see this. Let's see what he's done. Okay, he gave you the Brighton game.
I think we
Gave you
got
the
a
Brentford
Liverpool.
I think he has you losing Liverpool and Arsenal,
No,
or
he
or Leicester.
No, that we have 8. We have 7 games left. He has us winning 6 and losing 1. He has us winning everything but Liverpool.
Yeah, you have to be losing to Liverpool because Liverpool are winning the league. Remember, Brad?
Yep. My bad. I thought you guys had 8 games left because that's where Chelsea's at.
No,
My fault.
they have 7 games left. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Brad, what's the top 4 going to look like?
Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Arsenal.
Ooh, Arsenal 4th. Sean,
Arsenal.
how's it going to finish?
I want that football heritage.
Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, and should I decide Conte, one of the best managers of the world, or some dude with great hair?
He does have great hair.
Tottenham. That's easy.
Okay.
On manager alone.
Hold on. Can we talk how confident Sean is now? Let's go back to the beginning of the season. Can we replay that? Tottenham. Wait, you guys predicted your teams to win? I was just hoping for top 4.
I mean, he's
Here it is. I was put the sheets of integrity are coming true.
he's got to find him
Bill?
first.
I want to go back. I want everybody to pay attention to everything that I have predicted other than a Chelsea meltdown has come true. We got Turfmoor Sean bringing Burnley out of the ashes. We've got damn near. I had Liverpool winning and City second, I'm pretty sure, with the Chelsea meltdown year, which I just flip-flop United meltdown year and Chelsea meltdown
It's
year
true.
because United do it every couple of years too. So I just flip-flopped that.
Yep.
And then I had Tottenham 4th. And also, by the way, I'm pretty sure y'all made me write down that I had Arsenal 6th.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
But I had all those correct predictions.
All
I
right.
want you all. Y'all
What-
just know how.
What am I saying? So I think City's going to win the league. I think Liverpool's going to finish second. I think Chelsea's going to finish third. And the easiest choice, I think Tottenham's going to finish 4th. Why would I think otherwise? Arsenal are wounded right now.
Wow. No. Look at this confidence shift here. James has them having 100 points and winning the league. You had them as Centennials. Wait a second.
I don't think
After
I had
he
them as
yelled at me,
Centennials. I
you
don't think I
did.
had them as Centennials.
I think you did.
No. Maybe when we were talking about it before we recorded a podcast, I was like, oh, we have 100. But that was bull.
And he was going to yell at me if I said 114 points for Chelsea. When he was like, no, we're Centennials. Like, I see 90 to 100 points here. Easy clap.
I don't.
That's what you,
It's
what you said.
We're going to run the tape back on that to see what I said on the podcast. I know I picked
And
Arsenal.
now you don't even, and now you don't think top 4.
Well, honestly, we can't score goals, and 2 of our most important players got injured. So what am I supposed to expect? Thomas Partey's not playing. Kieran Tierney's injured, so that means Granit Xhaka has been moved out of his normal position in the center, in the left side of midfield, to play left back, which means Lukanga and Odegaard are playing in the midfield. And traditionally, like, our win percentage when Partey and Xhaka are in the midfield together is like 71%. Our win percentage when they're one or both of them are gone is like 40% or something like that. So like, what confidence? And we have the hardest run-in of all of the teams vying for the 4th position. It's like, why should I be confident?
So then why were you dunking on Joel's prediction here?
I mean, to say that we're only going to get 9 points, like, I think that's
well,
I think, and to say we're finishing below United, I think we're bad, but I think we're wounded, but I don't think we're United bad.
he probably has you losing to Chelsea,
Of course,
losing to United,
it has to be.
West Ham.
I mean, that's probably a draw in his prediction because he has to have
and Newcastle.
Yeah,
because I think he has you guys beating Tottenham. I think that's Tottenham's one out. I think that's what he has. I don't know.
No, he has Liverpool.
No, he doesn't. Tottenham won. Yep. Sorry.
So he literally just said this, Sean.
Chelsea, United, Tottenham, Newcastle.
All right, we have,
and then I guess maybe West Ham. I think he has you 6 points. He said so. You beat Leeds and Everton, and so but you guys have 8 games.
Let's
so 9 points. Southampton, Leeds, Everton.
We're going to bring up the league table because we're going to talk about the Premier League now. But in first position right now is City. Second position still Liverpool. They played that awesome game, the 2-2 draw at the Etihad this weekend, and so the top of the table remains the same. Chelsea, they are in third position. Spurs are still in 4th. Spurs have 3 points on 5th place Arsenal right now. Arsenal have a game in hand. That game in hand is against Chelsea, so whatever that means. 6th is West Ham. 7th is United. Both of those teams are only 3 points against 3 points below 5th place Arsenal. So clearly that's up for grabs. 8th is Wolves. 9th is Leicester. 10th is Palace. 11th is Brighton. They're up to 11th after that victory at Arsenal. We got Villa in 12th. Brentford are up to 13th. Southampton are in 14th. Newcastle are in 15th. Leeds are in 16th. Everton are in 17th, though there is quite a bit of daylight between 18th placed Burnley, 19th place Watford, and 20th place Norwich. Relegation zone, just so we can take a look at it. Norwich City in 20th point, they're on 21 points. Watford in 19th, they're on 22 points. Both of those teams have played 31 games. 18th position, Burnley, they've played 30 games and have 24 points. But this is the problem, Sean. 17th position, Everton are on 28 points. They, while Burnley beat Everton midweek last week, Everton then beat United at the weekend. And
yeah, United's fucking shit up. They need to tighten up around there. I'm about to put in my managerial fucking application because what the hell? We got Turfmore Sean's about to coach United to some wins around here because Everton? What are you doing?
Yo, did I not say that I thought Everton could win that game? I've been saying that for weeks.
All right, so, guys, what's the
not
more shocking
kidding.
result? Hold on, let's get into this. What's the more shocking result? Everton dubbing United or Brighton dubbing Arsenal at home? Everton was at home.
It's the Arsenal. It's the Arsenal.
You guys are smoking crack. Everton are trash.
I don't think so. I think it is the Everton. Brighton have played very well these past 2 seasons. They don't get the points. They don't score the goals they need to. But Brighton play very well. I think I am more shocked that Everton beat United. That I disagree, Sean.
I'm not. I'm gonna as the only parent, only non-parent on this podcast. I'm not shocked or mad. I'm disappointed.
In who? In United.
In United. We've got the Turfmore Phoenix rising out of 19th, thwarted by fucking Ragnarok or whatever his stupid name is,
Ralph Ragnick.
who's trying to manage a team while he's in the press box or whatever. He's the manager, CEO, president of operations. He's got 13 titles, and none of them include a trophy.
That's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like, what's he doing over there? Get
He's
Ten Hag. What is his name?
Yeah.
What? You know what? Fuck United for having all these stupid names over there too.
That's the most American shit you could possibly say.
The United Ragnarok, though, I'm here for it. The United Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Ralph Ragnick.
Yep, that's your boy. Okay. He's just trying to implement the 4-2-2-2 system.
There you go.
You got to count because it's a ridiculous number of twos. But yeah, so to kind of explain that table, we've got Burnley. And so said it a minute ago, but Burnley and Everton played midweek last week. They played on Wednesday. Burnley won that game 3-2. Newcastle played Wolves on Friday. Newcastle got the 1-0 victory. Everton and United. So United went away to Goodison Park, lost 1-0 to start Saturday morning. Arsenal hosting Brighton at 10 o'clock. Brighton win the game. Chelsea and Southampton help it at the same time. Chelsea wins 6-0. Watford hosting Leeds in James's pick of the week. Leeds beat that booty, win 3-0. Probably relegating Watford would be my guess. But we'll see. Why, Sean? All right, we're just skipping that because you're being ridiculous. So you got, okay, apparently Villa lost to Spurs by 45 goals, according to Sean. That game ended, 4-0? I'm double checking. Yeah, 4-0 to Spurs. So they got a 4-0 victory at Villa Park. Brentford and West Ham United. Brentford win 2-0. Leicester and Palace. Leicester beat Palace 2-1. That makes me feel bad. Norwich hosting Burnley. Norwich win 2-0. Not good for Burnley. Norwich are
I wonder why that makes you feel bad, since you had James had Leicester finishing 4th in the sheets of integrity.
I did. It makes me feel bad because Arsenal just lost to Palace last week, so it makes me feel bad that Leicester, who are trash this year, beat Palace, but Arsenal, who I guess are also trash, lost to Palace. That's why it makes me feel bad. But that Norwich Burnley result, really bad for Burnley. What's up with you boys, Sean? But in the final game of the week, City hosted Liverpool. Sean predicted 2-1 for Liverpool. Brad predicted 2-1 for City. I predicted 1-0 for City. All of us were wrong. Game ended in a 2-2 draw. It's actually an amazing game. If you are a fan of watching good football, you should go back and watch that replay on Peacock because it was a great game. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 would watch again.
I enjoyed it, like tactically, although in many senses, for lack of just experience, I'm not very tactically inclined. But I like both of those. Their strategic approach to the game kind of mirror each other. They both are high pressure. They both are in your face all day. All positions are always pressing each other. So them going against each other is really fun to watch because it's always high energy on both sides, going both directions, and everyone's trying to press each other, and it's pandemonium. It's insane.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. It seemed like both teams wanted to win the game. Neither team wanted to lose the game, and they were both going out trying to win it. Now, Jimmy did have a comment about this game. He thought it was a great game, pretty even for most of the part, but he gave a slight edge to City. Both teams created lots of chances, and there were some good saves by both goalies. City's first goal was a deflected fluke, which always hurts but it happens. Thiago's lucky to stay on the field. Taylor made a poor decision in the 85th minute when he awarded a penalty to Liverpool that should have gone the other way and probably resulted in a second yellow card. Sterling scores a great goal that's called back for offsides. Yes, VAR appears to get the call correct, but as I have said throughout the season, I do not like our current offside ruling. I guess I have my own agenda with the offsides rule, and I would likely have been fine with the goal being allowed and City winning just due to my frustrations with this rule. Bad result for Liverpool, okay result for City. Advantage remains with City. I
think that's what I said. I think you disagreed with me. Yeah, like we had this conversation. I said this is a bad result for Liverpool, but City getting a point is fine.
I mean,
like,
City get a point, Liverpool get a
about
point.
It, right? But with that point, City still now it's the onus.
Yeah.
Now they control their own destiny. If they win out, they win the they win the trophy.
Sure. But like as we were watching the game, you were like, if Liverpool win out, they win the league, and I was like, yeah, well, the same thing's true for City. If City win, we were saying this while we were watching the game. But
right,
go for it, Brad.
It was whichever team won got the onus of like, okay, now you just have to win out.
Yeah,
you're chasing the cup, not chasing City.
Clearly, oh dang, I didn't want to do that. Well, hold on a second. I'm trying to pull up both of their upcoming fixtures. And I hit the wrong button. But clearly the onus, like clearly City have the better position because they're a point ahead and they have the same number of games played and they've played each other. Liverpool play United, that's a joke. They play Everton, that's a joke. They play Newcastle. Liverpool should be beating Newcastle. Liverpool play Spurs. Liverpool should be beating Spurs. They play Aston Villa. Aston Villa seem to be not as good as I thought they were, and Liverpool should beat them. I think the hardest game Liverpool have left is Wolves. Wolves at home. That's the last match. That's the last match week.
Newcastle at St. James is interesting. I don't think it's difficult. I think Liverpool still win, but I think that might be the trip up game.
Well, so if I look at City's schedule, City also have to play Wolves. City also have
Hold on. The hardest game that they have left is Wolves at home.
I think so.
Did you feel that heat? He's not feeling that heat. He's salty over here.
I think that Liverpool should
not the fourth place team in the league.
I think Liverpool should handily beat Spurs.
I think they should handily beat Wolves.
I think Wolves are just a more difficult team to play against.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
Yep.
Hold on. Wolves play a better defense. Wolves can't score like Tottenham can. Tottenham can pop off for 4 goals like they did against Aston Villa, even though they probably, based on the first half of that game, they did not deserve to win. They had an awesome second half. They had an awesome second half and deserved the W. The first half should have been Aston Villa's.
We're not on my game yet. I got my opinions. I've been doing my studying.
But Tottenham have let in 9 more goals than Wolves. Wolves have the 4th best defense in the league behind City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. So I think James might have a point here, Sean.
I don't.
Okay, and we have the 10th best defense in the league. Okay, so we have a few more. Yes, only Arsenal have allowed. We have you said ninth in the league.
What?
Who'd you say? What number did you say?
I said there's 9 goals difference.
He said that Wolves have the 4th best defense in the league.
Okay, then that makes us 6th because Arsenal's the only one in between us and Wolves. So what's your point?
So Spurs have allowed 37 goals.
37. And Arsenal have allowed 36, and Wolves are at 28. That's
Brighton and Hove have allowed 37.
So that's the same as us. Yeah.
So
it's not like we're 15th.
True.
We're 2 spots behind them.
Is 9 goals a difference?
Also, different manager. We were getting shelled in 2021.
Is 9 goals a difference? I mean, based on the rundown you had, we put 9 past Arsenal.
Well, we
I missed that comment, so I don't know what was funny about it. I was looking at my brain couldn't comprehend it.
Well, behind the podcast, everybody. Mostly James puts the podcast rundown together. He was running a little behind. That was the joke at the lead-in. I told him I'd take care of it. I saw the opportunity for a joke. James just reads the results
generally
just straight off. He just reads them.
Yep.
So I texted Brad and was like, you know what? I'm gonna just inflate Brighton's number a little bit, and I'm gonna inflate Tottenham's number a little bit, and see if he just reads it like Ron Burgundy. And he did not.
No,
He caught
I
it
did not.
right away.
My original point was that City have to play Wolves as well. City have to play Newcastle as well. Have to play. They play a lot of the same teams, but then like City play Watford and Leeds, like, and those are jokes of a game for them. I don't know. Like,
They have West Ham and they have.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's probably their toughest game. Is West
And
Ham.
maybe Newcastle. But Newcastle's away. Newcastle at home, I think, is a different beast than they are away.
Possibly. I don't know. I think
Joel, can you collaborate that or corroborate? See if I'm correct or not in your home form.
I think I chose City to win, didn't I? Just now, like 10 minutes ago.
You did. And I don't see that changing unless they have another.
So Sean, give me your bullet points for this Villa Spurs game. Tell me about it.
It wasn't bullet points. What I just want to say is something I've noticed in the past, in the recent run of form.
Sure.
What I've noticed is it started out good. I think only under Conte is what I'm talking about. It started out good only, I think, because new manager bump, whatever you want to call it, and then we hit a little plateau, and then now it starts to be going up, where we're winning games, we're winning by goals too. We're not scraping by. We're not winning by on toughness and Conte's enthusiasm on the sideline. We're not winning on energy.
That is something
anymore.
That's something to behold.
Yeah, it is, and it was getting us through that little tough middle zone. What it appears to me as an uneducated, stupid American is that the tactician in him is now coming out, because a critique of Mourinho is we don't have the players to sit back and defend and counterattack. And what I think I'm seeing now, well, Bentancur is helping. What I think I'm seeing now, and Kulusevski. I said I would pronounce his name when I would pronounce his name correct. That's why I had to correct myself. I said I'll pronounce it right when he proves himself. So he's proved himself. I'll pronounce it right. Of course, with the addition of those, it looks a little bit better. But they look more. A critique of that team was that we weren't confident on the ball when we had possession. So teams that just gave us possession, we were poor in. Now we don't look that way. You don't think that's the case? Let's check tape.
I will admit that I did not watch this game.
Aston Villa 52%.
So it's even percentage.
What West Ham more
slightly.
We possess more. Brighton. We possess less. Never mind. I was going back a little bit.
Newcastle, you possess more.
61%. No, it just seems like it's building where we're okay on the ball. Because that's what I've noticed against Villa. It's like I think we're okay absorbing, we're okay going forward. It's okay. We can do either.
And I think you said it. You got Bentancur in the middle of the field playing a huge role for you guys. Like you finally have a midfielder that's calm on the ball and can make passes.
Yeah, I think Bentancur has been a huge addition for you guys.
I think that does free up Højbjerg. That frees up Højbjerg to do what he does.
Right, which is the sweeper role. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jose was right. He did not have the players.
That's a way to
Dante's right.
I'm sorry.
Both of them are right. We still don't have the players. Like, if you expect this team to compete with Liverpool and Man City, it's just not happening.
And Chelsea.
Well, hold on. Do you think? What about your first 11? Do you think how good do you think your first 11 is? I
mean, I don't want to overreact right now. We've had a good run. The Newcastle, Villa, West Ham, and then Brighton. That's just a good run of 2-0, 3-1, 5-1, 4-0. Like, I don't want to be tainted by that, but it's starting to look good. Kulusevski, Kane, and Son up top are looking really good.
Yeah,
especially because that allows Kane to drop into that false nine that he likes to do. He likes to drop lower down on the field and be that facilitator. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was 2 or 3 of Kane's goals or Son's goals in the past. It was 5 out of the 9. I'm
So
pretty sure 3 of the Son goals were assisted by Kane by some dope passes.
does he? So here's my question: does he like to, or does he have to?
Clearly he wants to because he always does it anyway.
Right, but I don't
happened
think
on-
I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong in that Harry Kane is still your best midfielder and still your best forward.
You might be right.
It's happened under Pochettino. It's happened under Jose. It happened under Nuno. It happened under Conte. I think that's just the type of player he is. He tracks back on defense. He tracks back on midfield. He does anything it takes to make the offense go forward.
Okay, I'm just curious. From what I'm seeing, and what I might be wrong on this, Sean. So I'd like your opinion. I see a minimum of 4 players that need to be replaced ASAP for this to be competing for top 3.
Eric Dyer.
Both wing backs, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies, and probably Hugo soon. Hugo's the maybe. Hugo doesn't necessarily have to be, but you need 2 center backs, 2 wing backs, and I don't know if Højbjerg gets there because I don't think he starts for a healthy Arsenal. He doesn't start over Partey or maybe Xhaka. He probably starts over Xhaka. So sorry, he could start for Arsenal, but I don't think he starts for Chelsea. I don't think he starts for Liverpool. I don't think he starts for City. I don't think he even. I mean, he might start at United. Fred's kind of garbage.
He's much better than Fred, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Liverpool. Who's their central defensive?
I mean, they
Fabinho, Henderson.
Oh, yeah, they're not starting that. Maybe Henderson, but they're not. He's not starting over Fabinho. No way.
Thiago, no, there's no shot. He doesn't get. No. He might not even get the bench at Liverpool. But so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's at least 4 players.
You think Højbjerg starts for City?
Yeah, just situationally. No, I'm saying situationally at Man City because the way they play, he's better than what they have there. But the way Liverpool play, Thiago and Fabinho are entirely better.
So who is he replacing? Fernandinho?
Yes.
Rodri?
Yes.
De Bruyne?
No.
Gundogan? No, these are all their midfielders.
Don't throw out De Bruyne. No, I'm not going on this. I'm not going on this podcast on Al Gore's internet and telling you that Højbjerg is better than De Bruyne. Are you kidding me?
I mean, you said he's better than Rodri or Fernandinho, and I 1,000% disagree.
Yeah, he starts. He gets in the defensive side, whatever the defensive position midfield at Man City, he gets in.
Interesting.
Wow, I like the confidence in Højbjerg. Okay.
Because and he works for Pep because he doesn't stop working. He just runs and runs and runs and runs, and he's at every play, and he's there.
He's not technical though. He runs and runs and runs, but he is very far from a technical player, and you have to have a technical background to be able to play Pep's football. Period.
Well, the great thing about Pep is he'll teach you his system.
No, he won't.
No, he won't. When he expects you to have, he expects you to have some basis of knowledge of a better basis of knowledge and be a technical passer and technical player before he brings you in. There's a reason why he's at City. Well, there's a reason why he's at Bayern. There's a reason why he's at Barca. He is a great coach. He is probably one of the best soccer coaches of all time. But the man needs the players to play his system. He can't take this system to Watford or Norwich and get the same results with those players. They don't have the football knowledge to be able to play in it and the awareness. The number one thing is awareness of where everybody is at, because there can only be 2 players this way and 3 players this way. And then, but if there is, then you got to shift over. There's a lot of intricacies to how Pep plays.
Yeah.
His team and how he lines them up.
His situational, positional football is really, really complex.
And that's why I don't think Højbjerg is that. Talent-wise, I still think Rodri's better, but I would hear the arguments on talent and what he brings to the team, Højbjerg, playing there, but he does not have the technical knowledge to play at City.
Just bringing it back to my caveman point, I just visually it looks like they're buying in to the system because they look more confident on the ball.
Yeah,
They look like they always have an outlet. They're doing their triangle passing. They're getting it away when teams press. They're fine with it. They just get, and that was an issue when teams would press. They would panic
yeah.
and just pass it back to Lloris and reset again, and then we lose the ball, and then it's just ridiculous.
It does really seem like Spurs have turned a corner over the last month, where they look like a formidable squad, a formidable side. That most teams probably don't want to play against. I'm not looking forward to the North London derby anymore, but that's more so because of Arsenal's deficiencies at the moment, more so than Tottenham's improvement. So
I did also want to point out one other thing before we move on from Tottenham.
yeah,
I saw a graph of the most chances created.
Okay.
From a defensive position.
Okay.
So number one, you guys can probably someone who not a defensive position, a defender that plays a position that a defending. How do I want a defender? Fuck.
Okay.
From a defender.
So Liverpool because of Trent.
Trent.
Okay.
No, and it's just by player. Number two. Any guesses?
Eric Dyer.
Robertson.
Oh, Ben
Davies.
Davies.
Wow.
Ben Davies. Ben Davies is number 2 in chances created.
That's just because he's hoofing the ball up to like Kane or Son.
Sane or Gun.
I think I had an aneurysm. Is he just like root?
I don't know. I've watched a lot of games. I got no idea, but he's number 2 in the league.
Interesting.
For chances created by a defender.
Interesting.
Wow.
It's got to be that just like the long balls and then catching people. I mean, Trent is kind of. I would like to see what the difference is between Trent and Ben Davies. Do you have
their
that
average position?
Well, no, not their average position, but like how many more goal opportunities has Trent created compared to Ben Davies? Because I would imagine it's
significant.
Also, their positioning would be interesting to kind of explain what they're doing. That would be interesting.
Because
where their passes are coming
we know
from.
Trent is nowhere near defense because he was the one that led in City's second goal.
That one was bad. Yeah, he just stopped tracking. Any of these other games we want to talk about? I mean, like my 2 points about my 2 cents about Arsenal Brighton is that Arsenal tried something new and it didn't work because the injuries that we tried to put Xhaka at left back and Odegaard and Lukanga in the middle, and it just didn't work. So I think I would like to see Tavares back at left back, Xhaka in the middle, and partnered with Lukanga to see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you not have another left back like in the academy or anything?
Well,
can free Xhaka up.
Well, I mean, we have Tavares. We have Tavares. He's our backup left back.
And he's out too, right?
No, he's healthy.
Oh, okay.
He's healthy. The reason why he hasn't been playing is because so he played against Crystal Palace. He came off at halftime, right? So, I almost said Emery. Arteta saw something that he didn't like. The last 3 times I think Tavares has started, he's come off early because because Arteta hasn't liked what he's seen. So I think it's just I wonder if Arteta is worried to trust him again. But I think that Xhaka is so much better in the midfield, relieving pressure in the midfield than he is defending on the left side. He looks out of place on the left side. I'd much rather have somebody who is a left-sided, like a natural left-sided defender, do that and let Xhaka, because Xhaka seems so cool in midfield right now. Like he gets the ball, he finds the pass, and like he really dictates play from the middle.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why not bring in Who is it? Hold on. Martinelli for your left wing. And put Saka back at left back again.
So there's talk of that, because and then play Pepe on the right.
Yeah.
So like
and Emil in the middle.
Yeah. So there is talk about that, and maybe we'll see that. I think the problem is that like Saka has been so useful in attack that like I think that's the assumption that Saka is so good in attack that you don't want to lose him in the attack. I don't know.
Okay.
That's my assumption.
Or do the 3-4-3? Put him at wing back.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thought.
I don't know. I think you guys have more play than I think Arteta probably has more play than he wants to have.
I would imagine that Arteta is tinkering right now and trying to find out what's going to work, and we'll see against Southampton what he does.
Speaking of Southampton,
oh yeah,
just came in and smashed.
Yeah,
it was disgusting. Look. Here's the story of this, right? Tuchel lays into the team from our performance from the 2 games before, how we just stopped playing. He went in on the team, and there wasn't a peep from anybody about it. Oh, Tommy T's under pressure. Oh, the players aren't happy. Like, there was none of that. They accepted it and they moved forward. I think Tommy T might be here for a longer term than any Chelsea manager previously. I think he gets past 3 years.
I guess we'll see.
That's my hot take is that Tommy T is here for at least 5 years.
I guess we'll see, because I think what he has going for him in that regard, Brad, is that the person who fires managers is about to get yeeted.
It's already fired.
Yeah, so Abramovich can't fire him if he doesn't own the club anymore. But let's talk about the Champions League, because we're moving on from that 6-0 victory for Chelsea. On Tuesday in the Champions League, we had Madrid hosting Chelsea and we had Bayern hosting Villarreal. Chelsea win the game 3-2, but Madrid advanced on aggregate 5-4. Chelsea went up in that game 3-0, which would have been enough to see them through, and let Madrid score 2 goals. So that's not so good.
Hold on. Pause.
That game did go to extra time.
We let Madrid score 1 goal.
Okay.
Because that Modric pass was amazing. There's no defending that pass. That right to the right foot.
Yeah.
That's up there in like that. There needs to be like a visual Hall of Fame, and you just put that video in there.
Yeah,
like there's a camera angle, kind of like it would be from the back flag post, but just zoomed in, where you can see him kick it outside the foot and see it curl onto Vincenzo's. And it's a ridiculous pass.
Yes.
To even imagine it, you would be called insane.
Yes. So and then
to execute it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
perfectly.
crazy.
The 2 parts were
perfectly
in the middle of the game against his toughest opponent.
He didn't even have to lift the striker.
It's his words.
He didn't even have to lift his leg that high to deflect it. It was like almost on his feet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on his foot. He just had to lift his leg up.
Just a little bit.
Insane.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Actually insane.
Modric did say that Chelsea is the toughest opponent they play.
And if you haven't seen this pass, please do.
Yes, please do. We might actually tweet it out. I might find a GIF, or whoever runs our Red Car Radio, that intern, will find the GIF and send it in.
He's the intern.
We don't get paid for this, so I think we're
all interns. We're all interns.
But and then
you guys are getting paid?
We're not getting paid. Oh, James, did you set up something without speaking with us?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm
I've been taking all the money.
I've been talking to.
By the way, I don't know
talking to the CFO.
I probably said this. I don't know if I said this on the pod, but the kid of that meme, you guys are getting paid. Arsenal fan, because he was recording in Richmond. He was filming in Richmond and came to the Arsenal bar.
There we go.
Wow. The second goal happened because Chelsea were shooting. We're going for that goal. I'm going back to the topic. I don't. You guys are getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Bring us back. So that second goal, we were going for it, and you can't let Benzema alone in the box.
The dude is ridiculous.
And Reece James was pushing forward. He was probably out of position for where he should have been, because if he's on that flank, that inside pass doesn't happen.
I would like a 20-second timeout, because Brad, all I ever hear you talk about for halfbacks being out of position is how bad Trent Alexander-Arnold is for being out of position, and then you literally just said Reece James is out of position, and so Benzema scores. So all of the stick you give to Trent Alexander-Arnold, no,
slightly.
All of the
There's
stick.
a difference between a right back and a wing back.
I don't care.
And
all you do is complain. All you do is complain about Trent.
If it happens once in the season, hold on. What Benzema goes over and begs Reece James for his jersey, Vinicius tweets out and says, "Hey, great game, Reese." Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm more.
It sounds like they're recruiting him, huh?
Might be.
Oh no, he ain't leaving. Not fucking leaving.
When that new money comes in.
It's gonna be a lot of new money apparently from these bids, and it's all cash too.
When Abramovich buys Madrid because Spain don't care about dictators.
Oh, that's funny. In the other game on Tuesday, Villarreal snatch a late draw against Bayern to advance 2-1 in that. That was an incredibly good result for Villarreal.
I got something for that.
Sure.
I got it queued up. I did.
Is it something relating to Unai Emery and being fired by Arsenal?
No.
Okay, good.
It has nothing to do with Unai Emery, other than apparently if you want to do well in cup competitions, other than the league, just hire Unai Emery.
He's really good.
My only dig would have been if Arsenal could have happened to finally get into some cup competition, Unai Emery would have taken them as far as they possibly could go.
I mean, Unai Emery took us to the final of the Europa League.
Oh, well, then there you go. See?
Who won that final?
Shows you how much I care about.
Peter Cech.
That was the England final year. That was Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea, Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Looks like only one London club out of us three won a trophy that year.
He's referring to Chelsea. I understand. All right. So Danny Parejo said the comments from Julian Nagelsmann, they were disrespectful and inspired Villarreal to the cause, because what he said was that Nagelsmann said that he wanted to decide the tie in the first leg. He said that publicly, thinking if we just got back to we just got back to Allianz, we'd be fine. And then Parejo went on to say, I think he disrespected Villarreal and football. Sometimes when you spit up, it falls on your face.
It's true.
Wow.
He's not wrong. The other two games that were played today, Liverpool and Benfica played to a 3-3 draw, means they advance 6-4 on aggregate, and
Liverpool did.
Yes, Liverpool. And Atleti and City played to a 0-0 draw. So City advanced 1-0. I was driving in the car, so I didn't get to watch either one of these games, but apparently there was some acrimony between City and Atletico. I don't know what the context is, other than, I guess like the game ended in a tight 0-0 draw. But I'm going to go back and check that out because I'm legitimately curious.
All right, guys, for you guys, which one's more impressive, though? Chelsea scoring 3 at the Bernabeu or Benfica scoring 3 at Anfield?
It's probably Chelsea scoring 3 at the Bernabeu. I think it's the first English team that's done it since like the 60s, 68 or something like that. That's what I saw on Twitter today.
Yeah, but see, I think it's Benfica. I honestly think it's at Anfield. I think Anfield's right now, not historically. Right now, Anfield is a tougher place to play than the Bernabeu.
Is
my opinion.
You regularly hear managers talk about how difficult Anfield is to play it. Regularly.
Yeah, that's why Liverpool plays so well in the Champions League. It's a very hard stadium to play in.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
So we'll put that out in the comments if you guys want to. If you guys want to answer that one too, let's see. Let's get a top 4 prediction, and let's get which one is tougher to play to score 3 goals at in the quarterfinal: the Bernabeu or Anfield.
In the summer, when we're scraping for content, I'd love to dive into what makes places difficult to play at. Okay. Is it that Anfield is so close to the field, so they feel more on top of you? It's like the Bernabeu, like a little set back a little bit. Like, is it different? Like, what makes it all different?
I think that sounds like a great topic.
Yeah, and we don't got to dive into it right now, but like that'd be interesting to go down those little paths.
None of us have been to any of the English football grounds.
No,
I have a guest for us for that. I have a guest for us for that.
There might be someone we should grab to talk about that.
And like another thing is like, uh, shoot, I just had something, but like the Allianz, like what we need to discern what makes it hard to play there versus just happens to be a better team. Because like you can refer to Bayern's home record when they're just slapping, you know, pub boys,
Well,
Oktoberfest, and
to answer your
part-time
question,
employees.
people talk about Craven Cottage being a difficult place to play, but like Fulham,
They're right on you
yeah, but like
because it's so tight.
Fulham are
Yeah, I
not
know Fulham.
Fulham are not like a super good footballing team, right? So like, is the fact that Craven Cottage is a difficult place to play? Is it just because of the intimidation factor of the fans, like that they're right on the field, or is it? I mean, because clearly it's not about Fulham because Fulham aren't that good. But that's a good question. We should have that conversation in the summer. Those results set up the two UEFA Champions League semifinals. City are hosting Madrid. That tie kicks off on the 26th of April, and Liverpool are hosting Villarreal. Kicks off the 27th of April. I don't know if the locations of those are set. So we'll see who is playing where, when. But yeah.
Are you guys excited for City Liverpool 4 this year?
Hell yeah, man. I'm all for it. Like let's get these guys playing as much as possible.
Yeah, you know what, Sean? I see your Fulham Norwich City League, and I raise you City Liverpool.
Yeah, because speaking of that, we've got in the FA Cup semifinals this week, and we've got Liverpool hosting City. Hosting. They're playing it at that place, Wembley.
Wembley's.
And then on Sunday, we've got Chelsea and Palace playing against each other in the other semifinal. Those should be great games. I highly recommend it because I love the Cup. Definitely, you guys should check out those Cup games. And Sean, before you ask, they're on ESPN Plus.
Nobody knows where these games are.
Clearly, we know. Match week 32 is also happening this weekend. We've got Tottenham hosting Brighton on Saturday morning. We got United hosting Norwich. What? No, he said dub. Okay, dub. Southampton are hosting
Brighton?
Arsenal. Watford are hosting Brentford. Newcastle are hosting Leicester. West Ham are hosting Burnley, and Liverpool are not playing Man U. Oh, they're playing Man U on Tuesday. Got it. So yeah, those are the games we got coming up before we record our next podcast. So we've got.
Well, you took when you were cleaning up you were cleaning up everything. You took away that's match week 28 or match week 30. They're making up again.
Yeah.
The Liverpool Man United game.
Yeah.
That's why they're on Tuesday. They're making up a game.
Yeah.
With that Liverpool Man United game.
All right, James.
Yo.
Pick of the week. I think I know what it is.
Should I say it's United Norwich?
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you want me to say?
Did you guess that was what I was going with? No, that wasn't actually. I think I know what your real pick of the week is, but United Norwich is for the memes.
So I am weighing equal teams and lower half of the table, essentially. So I think that there's only two options. If I'm using that calculus, it's either Watford Brentford or Newcastle Leicester. No. Excuse me. I read that wrong. Yeah, I think the only option is Watford Brentford because Leicester is high, Newcastle's high. So I don't know. Oh, I think I was putting Newcastle against Burnley. So I just read it wrong. I think it has to be Watford Brentford, right?
Yeah,
it's the only option.
The most watchable game of the week.
What do you think? Brad? Did you disagree with me, or did you think that's what I was going to pick?
No, that's why I had you picking.
Yeah, I think that's the only option.
If I were you, I'd pick Southampton Arsenal because you're not going to get too many more dumpster fires than these.
Apparently, I'm losing. Apparently, we're losing to Southampton or something. I don't know what Joel said, but apparently we're losing.
Southampton's got their best player back.
Southampton just got dump trucked by Chelsea, so use that as a measuring stick.
Well, apparently Southampton haven't won at St. Mary's in 4 games, so that means that they're due for a victory against Arsenal.
Didn't Tottenham get dump trucked by Chelsea too 3 times in a month? I think that's what I saw.
There's the difference between losing and getting dump trucked. 6-0 is a dump truck. You didn't 6-0 us any.
That's true. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think we got some good football coming up. Definitely check out the FA Cup. I think that those will be really, really fun games to watch. And Yeah, and if you got nothing else to watch on Saturday mid-morning, you should check out Watford and Brentford, because that might be a fun game of football. We'll see. But as always, if you are still listening, we really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, hit us with a follow, ring the sub notifier on YouTube, rate it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. All those things really help us. Leave us a comment. Really love to hear from you guys and hear what you're thinking about everything. Hit us up on Twitter. That's at KSBradG. Down below, that's at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. We collectively are at redcard_radio. And yeah, hit us up. We'd love to chat to you and hear what you guys are thinking about football. Yeah, you look like you're about to say something, Brad.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were interrupting me. All right. Well, we're out. Then we're out. We're leaving. Good night. We'll see you next week.